How much money are you saying?
It's exclusive.
That tells me it's not going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap. 9 months ago, I started a business trying to sell imported Suzuki Jimnys into the UK. However, it's not gone very well. But rather than do the sensible thing and just cut my losses and run, I've decided to double down and gamble even more by importing a load of 4-door Suzuki Jimnys. I'm in it now for a serious amount of money. What could possibly go wrong? I've made an error. I've bought the wrong blooming Jimnys. The market is absolutely flooded with these 3-door models, so it's just another box on wheels in a very, very crowded car park. Typical beginner's mistake. But there's one Jimny that everyone wants, but no one seems to be able to get, and it's the new 4-door Jimny. So I plan to import a bunch of those, and hopefully I can finally start to make a profit. Also, I've had a tip off that a famous car person might be interested in getting one, so we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully I'll be able to sell them one. First thing I've got to do is decide which country to buy a 4-door Jimny from, because each one comes with its own set of problems. There are 3 different places to get them from: India, South Africa and Japan. And I know just the person who could help me get some 4-door Jimnys from Japan. Hi man, how are you mate? You okay?
Hey man, thank you. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. The Jimny business is tough, but I'm wanting to double down. I'm really keen to get some of these 4-door Jimnys. Like with the 3 doors, I'd like to err on the side of manual. Are they as hard to get as the 3 doors?
Manual transmission and 4 doors one, they are even harder because they are quite new in the market.
Let's see what you can get. What about the colours? What colour choices are there?
White, beige, jungle green, red, black and dark blue.
I think red might be a bit of a struggle to sell, and I never like the 3-door in the blue. So any other colour is fine. Do we have to pay over for them, or are they list price?
Right now, the Suzuki Jimny 4 doors or Nomad, they have like almost 24 months of waiting time. If you want 4-door Jimny, what you can do is you can overpay and buy from these people who already ordered maybe a year or 2 years ago, more expensive than the maker's brand new price.
What's the premium that we're having to pay?
Slightly over 10%.
I just want to be doubly sure that, I'm not going to buy something and I'm not then, ship it out and I can't actually register it. We need to make sure it's got those 2 key things on the export certificate. It's the specification and classification number. So can you check that before you bid or before you buy one?
Yes, our team can.
I'd like to go for 3 4 doors. Can I fit them all into one container or not?
They can definitely fit in one 40-feet container. There could be slight scratches or wheel damages.
I've done both with the 3-door Jimnys, and when I put them in the container there was slight wheel damage. Do you know what? I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to go with roll on, roll off. Let's do that. I'll leave it with you then, Aman. Good luck, and I'll speak to you soon.
I will get back to you with maybe 3 manuals or mix of manuals and automatic transmissions.
Fingers crossed, mate. See you later. Bye-bye. That's it. I've got a message from Aman. What's he saying? Yes! I've got 3 4-door Jimnys for a price I'm happy with. We've got them. We are on. But I've got 2 3-door Jimnys I haven't sold yet, and I'm not convinced that I'm going to be able to get these through the IVA. I don't know until I've actually done one, which means I've got well over 100 grand now tied up in Jimnys. What am I doing? So here we are then, my fabulous brand new 4-door Suzuki Jimnys have arrived. So we've got a green one, we've got a black one, and we've got another green one. Green one's an automatic, this one is a manual, and this other green one is an automatic. I think the green one's going to be super popular. Visually from the front, pretty much identical to the standard 3-door Jimny, apart from the grille. It's got this different grille with these like shiny inserts. Now down the side, front part, exactly the same. Big news obviously, here at the back, the rear doors. The problem with a normal Suzuki Jimny is that it's not great for carrying rear passengers. You have to clamber into the back and it's very cramped. But here you have some rear doors. And if you look in here, you can see knee room is decent, headroom is decent as well. Plenty of room for adults in the back, and you have rear windows. Don't have rear windows in the 3-door Suzuki Jimny. Another thing that I like about them is this. Normal Suzuki Jimny, if you've got people in the back seats, there is no boot space. This one though, you have some decent boot space. And when you fold them down, well, you don't get a flat low floor like you do in the standard Suzuki Jimny, and you have this big ridge to like lift stuff over. Still, the overall volume you've got for carrying stuff is much better. One thing that's a bit weird about them is that they're not called 4-door Suzuki Jimnys. They're actually called, look at this, Nomads. I thought it should be Nomad, but it's actually Nomad. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I'm very pleased with them, and I think they're going to go down an absolute storm. But before I can sell them, there's something important I need to do first. Actually, the car's turned up without any head units, so I called Ian Cross, who fitted head units to my 3-door Jimneys, and he worked his magic again. He fitted top spec Kenwood infotainment systems, and after he'd fitted all that and wired it all in, he then fitted reversing cameras to complement the standard fit parking sensors. Once the tech was sorted, the very helpful people at Greenhouse gave them a thorough clean, which meant I now finally had 3 4-door Jimneys that were actually sellable. And so I picked one and decided to try and sell it to a very famous car hoarder, Richard Hammond. So Richard, I've imported a load of these 4-door Jimneys to the UK because I think there's a market for them.
Right, okay.
I've got my own little car dealership,
Right.
Japanese Dream Machines. What I want is your take on this car, what you think about it.
Right, it's not my take on you selling it to me.
No, I might try and sell it to you. Do you like Jimneys?
I love Jimneys. I
What's the
have
problem
done.
with the Jimny?
Well, I don't know. Well, what problem is this? Are you selling?
I don't know.
What is the problem with the Jimny?
They're a little bit hard to get in the back of, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they are, but what this gains is
Yes.
a row of doors.
And a bit more space in the back.
How much longer is it?
I think about that.
Nice.
What do you think of the look of it as a
It looks even more like a baby G-Wagon.
It does,
actually,
doesn't
if
it?
we're honest. We're both trying to avoid saying that, but it does. Why can't they be imported officially to this country? Why do they have to be grey?
So the engine in this, it's got 100 horsepower, but it does the same emissions, amount of carbon dioxide, as a Volkswagen Golf R. Hugely inefficient. So they stopped selling them in the UK, so I'm importing them.
This isn't you thinking you can do better than Suzuki.
No.
Why would I buy this?
You like 4x4s, don't you? You suffer a little bit because you like Land Rovers and they often need a lot of repairs. These give you like off-road ability, they
Yes.
look cool, and they're reliable, and they're light. And there we go, and they're light.
Yes. How much money are you saying?
Okay, how much do you think it would cost for something like this? It's exclusive.
That tells me it's not going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap.
No, okay, hang on.
37 grand.
Yes.
Are you interested in it?
I haven't got any money, mate.
Oh.
It's all in there.
How about finance? I can sort you out some finance.
Ain't no chance. But I will be intrigued to see how it goes. For one, I like the Jimny, I always have. I think there is a lot to be said for a lightweight, nimble off-roader. They're often overlooked, and I'm sure you, like I, have messed about with the shorter wheelbase ones of these, pitched them against bigger, angrier 4x4s, and it's very surprising what they can do.
But if you had the money, would this be something that would interest you?
I've soft spot for these, always have had. Like the idea of a long wheelbase one. Just have another little look inside.
And chip the boot out as well. Look, bigger boot than a normal Jimny. They're terrible, the boot on a normal Jimny.
There is a groovy little thing.
And visually, like you said, it looks like a baby G-Wagon.
I've just given you your strapline. You didn't even notice.
I did, I'm too silly.
Jeez.
What was it again?
It's a groovy little thing.
It's a groovy little thing.
I've done it.
I'll take that. Thank you. I was thinking about updating my Japanese Dream Machines website with a quote from Richard Hammond saying, "These are groovy little things," but I might not need to because already I'm getting a lot of interest in the 4-door Jimneys. I've got one person who's interested in the green, another person interested in the black. So I'm quite confident about these, even though I haven't actually sold any yet. Do you know, I think I'm going to do something that I probably shouldn't do. Hello again, man. It's me. How you doing?
Hey Matt, how are the Jimnys going?
Do you know what? I haven't delivered any of the 4-doors yet, but I've got a good feeling about them, and that's why I'm contacting you. So I'd like to just gamble a little bit and order 2 more, because I know that obviously if they start selling like hotcakes, I've got to wait for more to come through because of obviously the transit. I'd like to invest in 2 more. I'd like a beige one because the 3-door beige just went straight away, so I wouldn't mind a beige one. Are they easy to get in beige?
When it's beige color and the manual transmission, it's quite rare.
Okay.
But of course, we will dig the market and get you when it's available.
Whatever you can get, ideally black or green, definitely in manual if you can.
We'll do our best and we'll try to get you the best units at good price.
I trust you. I trust you, man. You've been working hard for me so far. Okay, cool. I'll leave you to it. Speak soon. So, I've got a text from a man and he says he's got me 2 new Jimny 4-doors. They're going to be here in about 2 months, but this means that I need to sell the ones that I've currently got quick smart, and to do that I've got to put them through the IVA test, and I need to do the conversion on them, but I don't know what I'm doing with converting the cars. So I've contacted Gavin Heward. Now, he was the chap that did the conversions on my Honda S660 and my Toyota Century. He's done loads of 3-door Jimneys before. These should be exactly the same. So it's basically, you're gonna have to do the speedo, you're gonna have to do the side indicators, and the biggest job is doing the rewiring and fitting the fog lamp. So he's gonna come down tomorrow and get and do that. Should be easy, right?
Yeah, so we've actually already got a fog light fitted, which obviously saves a lot of work. So all we need to do now is just see if it's got a F mark on there. which it has, and it's also E-marked as well, perfectly IVA compliant.
So I figured out why the four-door Jimny has a fog light at the rear. It's because the car is built in India, and all cars sold in India have to come with a rear fog light. And it meant that all Gavin had to do then was to remove one of the side repeaters, because you can only have one side indicator on a car which is registered in the UK. And of course he had to fit the mile-an-hour speedo instead of the kilometers an hour that you get in a Japanese car. That means the cars are good to go for their IVAs, but there is a problem. You see, my nearest test centre is in Kidderminster, and that's an hour away, but it doesn't have any slots available for 2 months, and my buyers can't wait that long. I've got two people, they've got deposits down on the car, £1,000 deposit each. They're going to want that money back if I can't turn these cars around. Fortunately though, I've been scouring and I've found 2 available slots at an IVA centre in Edinburgh. It's available in a week's time. So what I'm going to do is transport the green Jimny and the black one up to Edinburgh and hopefully get them through their IVAs and then get them sold. What could go wrong? I'm having an absolute nightmare of a day. We can't find the export certificates for the four-door Jimnys anywhere. I thought they'd been sent to the customs clearance company. When I called them up, they said, no, don't know what you're talking about, never received any. And I can't get the cars IVA'd without those certificates. Now, I can get new ones issued from Japan, but they'll take months to come through. And I've got buyers with deposits on these cars, and they're just going to pull out. This is an absolute disaster. I have now found another couple of IVA slots, but they're down in Southampton. Luckily, some cancellations have come up. They're a month away in Southampton. So what I'm going to do is take them there, and I'm going to get the chap that actually did the work on my original three-door Jimnys, Lee, to help me out. This car here has been sold, and this car here has been sold, and these are the ones that I need IVA'd the soonest. Now the idea is that I'm going to put them on a transport tomorrow, get them sent to Southampton, and we'll get them IVA'd on Monday. But I've just been speaking to the guy that's organised all that, and there's a little bit of an issue. You see, while the chassis number of this car is registered for an IVA on Monday, this car isn't. Instead, it's this car that's registered for the IVA on Monday. The car I haven't sold. This is absolute chaos, and it's a problem, and it's basically down to miscommunication. But the miscommunication actually happened a long time ago, and when I was going to send the cars up to Edinburgh to be IVA'd, that's when it all occurred. So I'd have sent both these cars to Edinburgh, and that one would have been able to get an IVA, but that one wouldn't because it's the wrong chassis number. So in some ways, it's better that that sort of fell through, because I would have had the cost of transporting that, and then I wouldn't have been able to do anything with it. I am still in a bit of a tricky situation because the customer has been told that that car will be IVA'd on Monday, and now it can't be, so I've got to tell them about that. And I'm just going to obviously get this one IVA'd and out the door to its new owner. I'm going to get this one IVA'd even though I've not sold it, just so I can sell it as soon as possible. And I'm going to leave this hopefully down in Southampton so that when there's a slot for it to be IVA'd, it can then be done and I can get it to its new owner. But this is absolute chaos. I tell you what, trying to do this alongside my normal job is why these problems arise, because I'm not fully focused on it. We'll get there. The transporter has arrived. We're loading the Jimnys onto it. They're going to be shipped off to Southampton. I'm going to follow behind tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet them and we're going to take the cars for an IVA. As you can see, it's pretty blooming icy. Hopefully the transport driver and the cars are going to be okay. So I'm down in Southampton. We're going to get the Jimny Nomads IVA'd. So this is where I came when I got my original Jimnys prepped for their IVA. And just look at this. Look how many Jimnys they've got in. Look. All of these are to be prepped and road registered. It seems that loads and loads of people now are importing Suzuki Jimnys. Look at all these. Look at this. Jimnys as far as the eye can see. Do you know what? I think I'm going to move away from importing the three-door Jimnys and just focus on the four doors. There's only 2 4-doors here. Look, there's one just over there and just here, and they are both automatics. Let's go find my Suzuki Jimny Nomads and get them to the test centre. Well, we're going to get one of them to the test centre. I'm at the IVA test centre. We've got our slides about to go in the car, and this is the key thing here on the export certificate, the specification number and the classification number. That means that it's been type approved in Japan. They need to see that in there to be able to put it through the test, and hopefully, unless there's something wrong with it, it should go through. Then I can get this thing registered and shipped off to its new owner. But I'm not going to be certain until I've got that pass certificate in my hand, because nothing with these cars ever seems to go as planned. The car's coming out, it's done. Hopefully, Lee's got some good news for me. Have you got a certificate?
Yes.
Thank God for that. Now we just need to see the actual certificate. This is what it looks like. Got the information on the car, stamp on it, and then we can send this away with the export certificate to go get the car road registered. Success! But now we need to do something else that's really important. We've come to Southampton docks here, right at the port, because we've come to locate our other two Jimnys, which have just come in, haven't they?
Yep.
So we need to find them amongst all this chaos. That looks like a roll-on, roll-off ferry there. It's those kind of boats over there that the cars come in on there. I'm sure it's a roll-on, roll-off ferry. It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So we're just picking up the cars here. We're going to get the keys for them, and then we're going to find them amongst all of this. Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem. So we need to have the cars released by the shipping company to us, but that email hasn't been sent, or it's been sent to the wrong person. We've got information of the cars, but they haven't got the right name. He's trying like lots of different names here. We found it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so Richard is here with me as well.
Richard's actually filming. This is Richard. Richard is filming. So we can get the cars. Okay. Check it out. Check it out. Look. Look. Come on. They've arrived. I love it in beige. Wow. That is superb. I thought the green would be the one, but this is the one for me. What do you reckon, Richard?
Yeah, I think it's
Beige. What do you reckon, Lee?
Yeah, like the beige one.
That's so cool. We want a manual, we got a manual gearbox, manual on the black there. Perfect. And the beige should be an auto. This is an auto. So it's pearl black paint on the roof. And it works really well with the beige. Well, it's actually called Ivory. They don't call it beige because beige is not a cool word, is it? Anyway, so let's get these back to your yard, and you're going to change the dials on them. Then we can IVA them in future.
In the future. Not IVAing them today.
Damn it! This is the green Jimny that's been sold, and it's been through the IVA. Now the plan is that tomorrow morning, when the other green Jimny, which hasn't been sold, has gone through its IVA, they'll both get shipped up north. This one goes straight to the customer. The other one will come back to my unit, and then we'll swap it for the black one, which has been sold, that we really want to be getting IVA tomorrow, but we can't. We'll then come back down here to Lee to get IVA'd next week.
I didn't understand a one word you said.
But there is a slight problem with this car. If you look down here, you'll notice this particular Jimny does not have any floor mats. There's not even any here for the driver. Very bizarre. Sometimes with these cars, they don't get sold with floor mats, sometimes they do. Now the chap who's buying it is actually buying it as a birthday present for his wife, whose birthday is tomorrow. I don't really want to send it in without floor mats, but I have a solution. So what I've done is just gone to the shop to get some champagne for the buyer's wife for their birthday. And I'm going to go on to GSF Car Parts right now. I'm going to order some car mats for the Suzuki Jimny. Anyway, look, you'll see. Look in here, you'll see. It doesn't got the little nodules. No little nodules. What's that all about? You can't tell when you're buying these cars at an auction what kit they've got like that. It's sometimes just a bit of a surprise. Hopefully though, this will be a nice surprise for the new owner of this car. The green four-door Jimny has been taken up north past Liverpool to its new owner. Now they decided to take it even though it's not registered because it's his wife's birthday and he wants to surprise her with it. So when the delivery driver gets there, which should be very soon, they're going to unload the car and hand it over once the money has been transferred to my account. I've just got to wait for a bit. Right, that should be it, Let's have a look. They're going to do the transfer now, so I'll just open my bank app and wait for that to go through and then release the car. Easy. Right, apparently they've just done the transfer, so it should be in my account now. Why aren't you showing up? I can't release the car until I've got the money. I've got the delivery driver just waiting there. Why is this not coming through? It's normally instant. That's the delivery driver wants to leave. I can't just leave the car there if I haven't got the money. Wait, is that it? Yes! Finally! The money's in my account. Let me just send a text to the delivery driver. They'll be pleased, it's blooming late, they want to go home. Oh my God, why is none of this easy? It was a huge relief to get that money in the bank account last night. And today I've got to do Richard a bit of a favour. So this is his daughter's Mini. It needs a new alternator. So what I've done is gone to GSF Car Parts and I've ordered a Drive Tech one. I used the code MW25 for a discount. Now all I've got to do is head over to their store and go collect it. Hello. Hiya. So I've come to pick up an alternator for a 2006 Mini. That is exactly what I want. Let's go get this fitted to the car. This is Mac. He's going to be doing the work on the car. So Mac, is it quite an easy job on a Mini?
Not really.
What?
With these ones, front end has to come off. There's a lot of work around it.
So how many hours is it going to take? I thought it was going to be like half an hour, an hour.
Roughly 3.5 hours.
So on a different kind of car, how long could it take?
Maybe about half an hour.
Here's the drive tech alternator. Look, there it is, look, nice and new. What I'm going to do is give that to you and go off and do some errands, and I'll be back in 3 hours.
3 hours later.
I'm back. The car is fixed. If you need some parts for your car, head to gsfcarparts.com and don't forget to use the code MW25 for up to 25% off. Now you can do that by clicking on the pop-out banner or scanning the QR code on screen now, or follow the link in the description of this video. Anyway, I need to crack on with selling some blooming cars. Good news, we managed to get the black car IVA'd, and even better news is that we've found a buyer for it and they've put a deposit down, so that's effectively 2 Jimny 4-doors sold, or at least I think it is, because the buyer of the green car is starting to get a bit annoyed because it's taking ages for the DVLA to register the car and his wife still hasn't been able to drive it. Anything to do with the government is just, painfully slow to deal with. It's an absolute nightmare. And this is a bit of a problem because that green car was sold without him coming to see it, which means it's technically a distant sale, which means he's got 14 days from delivery to ask for his money back if he's not entirely happy. So it might end up not being sold. This beige car is back from the IVA as well, all passed. And I want to show you something, right? Because it's really interesting how these cars come. Look, I mean, they are just new. They're all like the original stickers from the factory, that the protective plastic all over them. I mean, in some ways, if I was buying one of these cars, I'd want it like that, but I think I'm just a weird kind of person. Now, the reason they're like this is because people speculate on them, that I'm having to pay extra for these than people bought them for in Japan because there's a big waiting list, and that's what's happening here. People just speculate, they buy the cars and then they sell them at auction, and people like me buy them, and that's why it's like I've got a new car. But the problem is obviously paying a premium. The good news is I've got a couple coming today to look at a 3-door Jimny and a 4-door to decide which one they like the best. They seem quite keen, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed, although you never know how it's going to play out. In my last video, I had someone come with their daughter to look at the 3-door Jimnys, and they were deciding between the grey one and the green one, and in the end they picked neither. And it's really frustrating. You spend an afternoon with someone, showing them around the car, and then they just vanish and you never hear from them again. Hopefully this will go better. I really need it to. Okay, so we've got the 2 potential buyers here. They're called Inga and Simon. Simon seems quite serious. He's got a notepad with him. He's not messing about. I've got a feeling he's going to be asking me quite a few questions.
Okay, so first of all, I am curious to know about your business model. Now, what I'm thinking is it a vehicle for making content, or is it really to sell cars?
The first imports I did were for content, but it's actually a thing for selling cars.
We've got a 2002 Honda CR-V, but it's getting to that age where things are going to start dropping off it, so we're thinking about getting another car for the next 20 years, possibly our last car.
What is it about a Jimny that you like?
Small, so I would imagine it's quite a rigid, solid driver like that. Quite possibly not the right car for us, because the Honda CR-V has been fantastic. We live in a rural area, and the CR-V, it cycles on with its intelligent forward drive whenever you need it. In fact, I'm thinking maybe a part-time forward drive is not really quite as effective on general driving.
This will off-road better than the Honda CR-V, but if you're not going off-road, it's not a better road car. But for round town and round lanes, this will be better in a way than your CR-V, and it's got more character. So one thing that it has that your Honda doesn't have, though, is better safety kit.
Can you switch those off?
So yes, you can.
In the 5-door, do the seats fully fold down in the back?
Do you want to have a look around? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
If you're giving someone a lift, it's absolutely fine in there. Whereas if you want to just jump into the back, it's not quite as comfy as it. Yeah. And this is the issue. If you're taking people with you, that's your boot. If you've got people sat there, the boot is just bigger.
Oh, that is much bigger, isn't it?
But if you're going to the dump, you can fit way more in this boot.
Does it have a UK ABI code? I did know what it was, I've forgotten. If it doesn't have that, it can result in higher premiums. It's a standard way for insurance companies to identify a vehicle, exact specification, in order to assess the risk profile.
Okay, so they will have that, and I'll tell you why. This is the same car as the UK one.
Right, now, you sell these with a 1-year dealer warranty.
6 months.
Oh, 6, okay.
Okay, but what are we going to switch into RAC?
We're switching to RAC, so we'll be able to do 12 months 24 or 36.
So we're going to have to know that at some point.
Yeah.
It's crucial. Right, there's something about the IVA test when they're imported. I forgot what that stands for as well.
These have all been done on these cars.
Yeah. Under seal.
Various ones you can use, it's up to you.
I don't know if that's something that you'd be willing to have done before we pick it up, or if we're interested, but...
Could do, yeah.
So I know one of your sales...
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, I think that is actually all the questions I could think of.
Which do you like the look of?
Yeah, that one.
You like the look of that? Do you want to have a little drive then?
For sure, yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
There's your Japanese.
Oh, Genki desu ka?
How's it feeling?
Yeah, I like it. I like the size of it. I like, as I said, the rigidity, the ride. You know you're driving it, don't you?
That's the thing. So that in some ways, it's not great compared to other modern cars. In other ways, it's great because you feel it. Turn left. Right. Stop. Press the clutch down.
Yeah.
And pull that back, that lever back.
That's 4 high.
That's 4 high.
Yeah.
Now, if you want, do you want to go in 4 low for a laugh?
So that's down.
Yeah. There you go. What it does, it turns off your stability control.
Yeah.
Try it now, just release the clutch very slowly. Oh, there we go. Before you get there, I would put it into 2-wheel drive mode now before you go on the tile Mac. You can rev it a bit more if you want, just rev it out. Like, keep going, 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 keep going. So then, Simon and Inga, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I like it. Like the way it drives. With this sort of car, you need to go in with the eyes wide open and know what it can and can't do. We just like the way it looks and and the driving experience of it.
I was pretty convinced that Simon was going to buy this car. So when I got a call from him the next day, I was absolutely shocked when he said that, actually, Matt, I changed my mind. I don't want it. And his reason was the fact that he preferred the 4-door Jimny because it was more practical. So he didn't want this one anymore. And he said that was out of his price range. Absolutely gutted, but what can you do? Then bizarrely, a week later, he called me back and said, oh Matt, I've changed my mind. I do want the 3-door Jimny, and he's now asked me to get a quote on undersealing it. Now, he hasn't paid for it yet, but I think we're going to get him over the line. Interestingly as well, tomorrow I've got 2 separate possible buyers for this particular car, and they both seem really keen. Now, I'm just praying that I can get both of these cars sold, because if I can, it means that this business is starting to look up. So much so that I'm actually thinking about buying some other Japanese cars that aren't Jimnys. Let me know what you think they are in the comments, but join me in the next episode to find out exactly what I'm buying. Now, if you want to watch some other videos, just click on the video windows and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to find out how all this plays out.